Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This video is going to be the best update for Roger version 1 users. Well, a long-awaited buff for Roger has finally been announced, and it's pretty broken buff. So, without wasting any time, let's explore the buff traits and skills. The first improvement is on Roger's skill 1. The Divine Departure. Yes, the before Nullify Stagger is now changes to Invincible skill. So now no one can interrupt your Divine Departure now. The range is now even increased more than before, along with the improved transition and evasion timing of the skill. This is not it, guys. It can even ignore obstacles now with a knockback effect included. Another thing which reduces defense by 10% for 20 seconds. According to me, this skill is nearly broken for the current meta. You can literally counter the new Roger and many runners with this skill from now on. Now, moving to the skill 2. Its overall cooldown is reduced to 38 seconds, which was 44 seconds before. Also, its attack range is also increased. But the main trait for this skill, which was before Nullify status effects inflicted by the enemy when you hold this skill, is now changed to Resist Stagger, being down and knockback along with Nullify status effects inflicted by the enemy. It's too broken for the meta. It's like holding the skill 2 and no one would be able to interrupt your skill. He's gonna be the one-shot king of the game again. Now, coming to his traits. There are also a few traits being added too. The first new trait is nullifying immobilizing status effects inflicted by the enemy when your health is above 50%. This means Snake won't be able to use entrance effect when your HP is above 50%. The second trait added is when you nullify status effects inflicted by the enemy, then your defense is increased by 70% for 10 seconds. Probably the best trait for the current meta. You must be having this trait activated all the time as it's currently a status effect meta. Now the alterations in some traits. When you attack an enemy whose parameters are boosted, then damage dealt is increased by 30%, along with removing status effects applied to the enemy that buff their target for a certain period of time. This trait would remove Haki from film Red Shanks, which used to give a tight competition to Roger before, is now totally destroyed by him. Another alteration is when attacking an enemy whose HP is 70% or more, then inflict self with Nullify Stagger for 20 seconds, which used to be 10 seconds before. This is also another useful alteration. Another alteration is an attack increase. When you use your skill 1, attack would increase to 25% and goes all the way to 100%, which used to be 20% before. Also, it recovers HP by 50% of the damage given to the enemy up to 5,000. Now the last alteration is, when you KO an enemy, your skill 1 cooldown is reduced by 30% and recover HP by 30%, which used to be 15% before. He's gonna have a lot of heals from now on, guys. Well, this buff isn't released till now. This buff is expected to be released on 13th of August, which still needs to be confirmed as updated by Bandai. Well, you will see a lot of Roger gameplays from now on. So, that's all for today's video, guys. See you in the next one.